would you believe I literally spent my entire therapy session
About him?
screaming about him?
You're
I
probably
feel
not
like
the only one.
the administration owes me $20 for my copay.
I mean, what
But who
next,
am I
right?
kidding? Kids can't even get free lunch. So we're not feeding kids. Why are we going to cover therapy?
3 women, 1 group chat, 0 chill. Shannon, calm until she's not.
Pop off when I need to.
LV, if rage baking was a person.
Fuck off, Betty Crocker.
Stacey, where charm meets consequences.
Did your mama let you go out like that?
The A Collective starts now.
All right, friends, welcome back in. It is time for another week of the A Collective. I hope y'all are ready because this is going to be a good one. I am Shannon and hey, girl, hey, LV.
What's going on? And Miss Stacey.
Hey,
You
boos!
doing okay?
I'm doing good. It's been a
Look at
wild
that.
ride this week.
Look at that sweatshirt.
Yeah, look,
Representing.
We'll talk
Come
about
on.
that later.
Yeah.
Way to
Tennessee State
represent.
University.
Baby, we HBCU strong around here.
LV
We don't
needs a
play.
shirt.
I do need a shirt.
Let's
I'll try
make
to
it
get her
happen.
one. I'll try to get her one maybe next weekend because
Okay.
FAMU's coming to Atlanta.
I got as close to, Tennessee State blue as I could because most of my blue has
Something
Penn
else
State
on
it.
there. But
That's
hey,
okay.
standing
All
together.
right, y'all, let's get at it. Y'all, so welcome to the group chat, friends, because, baby, the group chat today is going to be a doozy. Let's start with yesterday's action. Let's start with that. Diddy. Diddy was back in court. Prepping and getting ready for his sentencing. However, his attorneys had something new for us. They think he shouldn't be sentenced and the charges should be dropped.
Because he's not a trafficker.
Man is a lunatic.
He is an amateur porn producer.
And he was just out here just being freaky sneaky. Freaky dicky sneaky.
I mean, but he had bandanas on and in the corner and directing.
I don't have a bandana with me.
They did say he was directing, but that's
why he's saying I'm not a trafficker. Look, I'm just producing the videos. I want this to be right. I want the perfection. Yeah. Move over here a little bit. Your legs ain't oily enough. Step back in that oil. It's not funny, but I mean, it's after everything that we heard from the trial, we have to give them credit.
They tried it.
Producing. He was
and
producing.
let's be clear, I'm firmly of the mindset he should have been found guilty on some of those other charges.
Absolutely.
But, it is que sera, sera. Whatever will be. And he's stuck with these charges. And I'd like them to throw the full maximum sentencing book at him.
Aren't they looking at like 70-something months? Somewhere around that.
I've heard mixed things, but I really, really hope, because I think the most he can get would be like 20 years.
Okay.
I'd like to see him get about that much.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Did you see the list of letters, the people that wrote letters to him? Did you turn your head like me? Girl, I saw, and it was like 30-something people that wrote those letters. And I was shocked by the girl at Mixed Chicks. Did you see that, Shannon?
I did. And I was like, I used to buy your products.
Exactly.
You ain't got to worry about me, sweetheart. You ain't got to worry about me never, ever again.
But they said Carisha's letter read like Hooked on Phonics, like it was real remedial. And I said, I don't expect better from her.
No. And let's be clear. I really feel like she lied. She got
Why
a
wouldn't she?
constant refrain that will be heard this episode. Cream, baby. Cream.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. She was fine with that reputation. She was fine being with him. It elevated her career. Because, I mean, city girls.
But at what cost do you sell yourself out? Yourself, your integrity? Just how do you sleep with yourself on some of this?
Clearly Chanel bags.
I mean, they are. I don't have a Chanel bag, but I have a YSL. Like, that leather is pretty soft.
It is. So I remember seeing the videos of them in Chanel. You remember? He was dropping bags in Chanel. And I was like, you are in there with a knock-kneed old man. And you are okay.
Sugar daddy, baby. She didn't mind being a sugar baby.
Exactly.
She did not mean being...
So she decided to get out that little piece of paper and scribble something on there. And she didn't even run that through Chat GPT. It was bad.
Well, and you got to figure if she didn't mind back then, all he had to do was be like, do you want to be kept for the rest of your life?
Yeah, she had an allowance.
Yeah, but her allowance could go away, or her allowance could, be arranged to be around.
I'm sure she's still getting something.
You
Yeah,
think so?
exactly.
I mean,
She wrote a
yeah,
letter.
yeah.
Okay.
I think,
That's
I mean,
what I'm
her
saying. I think
credibility.
he was like,
I mean, I think some people on that list, I think it was a quid pro quo. They got something in exchange for their letter.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me. And maybe it's the cynic in me. I'm not sure that everybody did those out of the goodness of their heart.
well, that was where my brain went immediately. Was
I know. All of us are like, But yeah, so she wrote her letter, and he doesn't want to be a trafficker. He's an amateur porn producer.
You need to go somewhere and sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down with that. We're not here for that foolishness, sir. We are not. We reject that. Go on.
Kind of like, let's talk about how we survived the rapture this week. We are all here.
Didn't I tell y'all last week, I'm sick of them people. I'm sick of them.
well, did you all see I got a comment and it was in the folds, and then I made a reply video because I just started laughing so hard, but then I realized it had a naughty word, which is probably why it was in the folded comments. So then I had to come up. Anyway, someone said that there were literally people naked out in fields.
Yeah. Waiting to ascend. Put your clothes on. I'm sure you can ascend with clothes, right?
Well, they said that the clothes just dropped off, which was why I thought, that's like the best yard sale ever.
I
was
miss
sitting
that
there.
side of social media.
Baby, but the content last weekend about getting prepared and people giving away their money. What are you doing now?
The lady
'Cause
that
you are
said,
where's
still
your money? How
"When
you
the last
living now?
video I will make."
Because you could have gave it to me.
Are you living now? Did you give away your job? Did you just quit
They
your
gave
job?
away cars. They gave it all away. And I was like, I didn't know we knew the day or the hour.
'Cause we don't.
So
'Cause
what?
we don't.
Because Tuesday, honey, people were like, okay, it's time. Who told you that?
Prophylaia.
That's exactly what it was. And they said it was an
Prophylaia.
African man that came up with this. And so the joke that I saw was, wait till these white people realize that they are listening to a Black African man.
And then, he apparently published an apology video.
Yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
you don't know Bible. You don't know Bible. If you
I
out here
don't feel
giving,
bad for him. If people believed that, then so be it.
Well, and they clearly did. I literally saw a woman and I was like, this has to be satire. And then I went and
Wasn't.
looked at her page. Baby, it was not satire. And I was like, I literally went down the rabbit hole on this woman.
Yeah.
She was crazy.
Yeah, I was very confused because I don't think I knew about it until Saturday. And I was like, wait, so what's happening Tuesday? Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know about it and then all of a sudden I was like, well, I got to start making some fun content.
You did.
I thought for sure my dinosaur would go somewhere. It went nowhere. TikTok hates
It
me.
went somewhere in our house.
Right?
That dinosaur, did you see it, Shannon? Raptor. Real remedial.
Yeah. So that was where my brain then went.
Perfect.
well,
those
yeah.
people are moneyless. They've given away their things. They don't have cars.
I'm pretty sure I heard someone took their kids to CPS or something.
Yeah, dropped them
Now they're
all.
trying to get them back.
Because you weren't, you know what? If you drop your child off, you weren't in your right mind.
Well, why would you think your kid wouldn't get raptured up too?
Because they're
That was my
bad.
first
Maybe
thought.
that's what it is. Maybe they feel like they're bad and they're heathens.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't you want them to go with you?
absolutely.
Yeah. So that was,
naked in the field though.
yeah. It was a joke on Tuesday, but, kind of like our normal life here is that when we found out about acetaminophen, how do we say that? Because was the UN Wednesday? I can't
even get with
remember.
how to see that. I can't even get with how you see that. How I couldn't watch that. That was painful.
Well, I did. I watched it several times because if you had trouble, I know that there was a briefing beforehand that you said, hey, actually it was Monday. So, because he made mention on Sunday that we have a big announcement about autism. So you knew that this was happening. So you were briefed. You didn't even use common sense. And you said, hey, you've got to say acetaminophen. I'm sure his people that work with him told him this is what you have to say. So if you were uncertain, clap that shit out. Figure out how to say it. Practice it. You know how Black mamas will tell you, say it again. Wait, that's not right. Say it again. Slow down. What's wrong? This is how it's said. His ass got out there and messed it up 3 times.
This is the leader of the former free world.
It is former
free world. Out here just needing hooked on phonics.
Just as slow as can be. I know he stayed in one class. You will not tell me any different.
Like, and yeah, but acetaminophen, especially if you know you're talking about, like,
Practice it.
well, and don't even if you're not going to practice it, like, how do you not know how to pronounce acetaminophen as a grown adult?
Did you say, how do you not know? This is the same person that bungles everything that he says.
I understand that, but like,
He has a vocabulary of like a fifth grader. Nah, fourth
Third.
grader. Race to the bottom.
I was just like, this is so embarrassing. And then he went to the UN.
Yeah. Well, people are so creative though, because they compared it to from I Love Lucy when she's doing
Vita Vita.
I saw that one, and then I also saw Big Daddy with hippopotamus.
My God,
I don't know that one.
You remember the movie Big Daddy?
Yeah, Adam Sandler is trying to like teach
the little boy.
The little boy, and then there's what's his name? It's not Rob Schneider, is it? I can't remember.
It is Rob Schneider.
Is it? Okay.
Who is MAGA?
Yeah. But he couldn't say hippopotamus. So
yeah. I know, we just had to throw that in there.
Those clips, and I was like, yeah, giving the same energy.
Very, very smart, very wise people here leading us. Then we have Escalator Gate.
And he wants it investigated because it stopped on him and Melania. And he is surprised they did not get hurt. Thank God they were holding on to the rail.
And Jesse Water, I'm pretty sure it was Jesse Waters, was like, Trump's the man. If he had fallen down, he would have gotten right back up.
No, he wouldn't have.
The first lady. I was like, it would have taken his whole Secret Service team and Melania to get him up.
Girl, Melania would have left his ass.
Melania would have been crushed by him because they would have fallen forward. And so I would have been concerned about her, that she got hurt and crushed.
I would be concerned about my heels if it were her, because she probably had on some nice heels, and I would tear up my shoes more than his, body. I wouldn't care nothing about him.
But I was like, what? Get right up. If you believe that he would pop right up, I don't even know. A bridge to sell you.
Where?
You'll love it. Right near Mar-a-Lago.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's just like, really? Yeah, so that was the big outrage, not his speech, because his teleprompter went out too.
And he said all the other countries basically that they were garbage.
And he's sitting up there with a diaper on. Listen here, sir. Shitty.
Said our country was hot at the UN.
It's very well spoken.
Again, leader of the former free world, the United States. Former.
Calling other countries garbage. I don't remember the exact adjective he used, but it was basically garbage.
That joker.
I can just only imagine what
and
people
the fact
say.
that I need more people, and I know that the medical community is in an uproar and an outrage about the whole Tylenol,
rightfully
autism,
so.
Fake correlation, fake news. That was fake news. He needs to call that fake news. And then Dr. Oz with his crazy ass self. When he is the voice of reason in the middle of this and trying to walk back some of that, we got a problem. Because he done spouted his fair share of conspiracy theories as well.
So what do they think? Like, at the end of the day, after all the wild shit is said, like, what do they think when they are getting ready to go to bed? Like, oh, I did my big one today. I went too
They
far.
know this is, some of them, they know this is wrong. And they know, but they believe Trump is too powerful, or they want to curry favor. They need something he has, or they don't want to lose their seat or whatever. But a bunch of this is just absolutely bonkers. It is bonkers.
It's every
and
day,
they know
too.
it. They're admitting to Democrats and others behind the scenes. They know this is batshit crazy. They know it.
How do you go along with this? Like, I just don't understand. But how much acetaminophen or Tylenol did his mama take?
We're not going to even do fake news. We're not even going to fool with it.
I mean, it's just honestly, like, that was so crazy, because I don't have children, but I know that people, when they're pregnant, that's what doctors tell them. That's pretty much the only thing that you can take.
It's literally the only pain reliever. Well, okay, so that's not totally true, because when I had my appendix out at 34 weeks pregnant, they prescribed me Tylenol with codeine, because acetaminophen was the only pain reliever that way I could take. And then, but then I needed the right? Like, so wheat. And I was trying to just take Tylenol because I was pregnant and nervous. And I'll never forget, I went in and my doctor, shout out to Dr. Owusu, he's great. He was like, how are you feeling? And I was like, I mean, it hurts. And he was like, well, are you taking the pain medicine? And I said, I'm really trying not to, I don't want to hurt the baby. And he goes, do you honestly think we'd give you something that would hurt the baby? And I was like, I mean, no, but he goes, take the damn medicine. So
that is just a slap in the face. Like, to hear that and coming from someone that can't even pronounce it. So credible.
Where are these medical boards? Where's like the AMA, the College of Obstetrics and Gynecology?
I think some of them have come forward.
Whoever the pediatric associate, where are these medical associations?
I'm sure they have spoken out, but loud and wrong is the best thing. So the loudest people that you hear are those.
Because it was reported that there were other like medical professionals within the administration that said that they weren't willing to stand behind it until there was more evidence, because at this point there wasn't any. I mean, he even said there wasn't yet, didn't he? It was something to that effect.
But we popping off with horrible conspiracy theories and just wrong stuff,
and
wrong.
Tricking all these people into thinking they have common sense. Like, fuck off. If I have to hear, well, it's just common sense one more fucking time.
No, it's not.
Common sense ain't common.
And these people don't. I'm like, okay, define common sense then.
They are going to, all this misinformation is going to end up hurting somebody. They're going to hurt somebody.
Well, look at C19. I don't know if we're allowed to say that places on the internets like YouTube. But look at that. Look what happened.
I mean, it's going to happen again because they've limited the people who can get vaccines, which means the insurance isn't going to pay for it, which hurts access. And I don't know about where you guys are, but in Atlanta proper, in the county that Atlanta sits in, 2 or 3 cases of measles, mumps, rubella, measles. So we're already potentially seeing some of the effects of a bunch of this anti-vax rhetoric. Diseases we'd eradicated, or we'd have 3 in the whole nation for the year. But here we are in
Friends,
Metro
just be
Atlanta.
careful. America's not a real place. You know how we say Atlanta isn't a real place? America isn't a real place.
It's a real place.
America isn't.
We are in the bad place.
We are. Did the rapture happen beforehand and we just stuck?
We got left behind.
We are here. I know LV's thinking it through. Like, maybe that's what happened.
Yeah. Because
so then what else do we have this week that was wild business? I mean, this is just one week. Jimmy Kimmel.
Good old Jimmy. That was power of the people, baby. That was a classic example of cream for Disney. Disney said, yeah, cash rules everything around me. It rules everything around me. And we're bleeding cash right now, and we can't afford to bleed cash like this. So we're going to put him back on the air.
Because by our standards, he didn't actually.
We've engaged with Jimmy in some thoughtful discussions.
Yeah.
Thoughtful discussions. And have made the decision to bring him.
Because we lost over $4 billion in a weekend.
We didn't want to inflame an already tense situation. Bullshit. Cream, baby. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money for Disney. All the dollar bills, y'all. And baby, we hit them in their pockets. And let the record reflect, Disney, as much as I love you and I love Disney as an adult, baby, you will not get my money back anytime soon. You're going to have to crawl through a little glass. You're going to have to show me some other things you're working with in order to earn my business back, my subscription business. And you had the raggedy nerve to raise your prices.
In the midst of all of that. I mean, did you not? And yes, I don't think it just came up all of a sudden, like the timing was bad, right? But did somebody not say, oh shit, we already are losing people.
Maybe we don't.
Let's not implement this. Nobody had sense enough.
To be like, oh shit, I had forgotten I had Hulu. Cancel.
Exactly.
I was like, what is this? They are not reading the room, obviously. Sometimes I wonder, these corporate businesses, who's in these decision-making rooms? Who is thinking this is a good idea? I think some of y'all are so lofty with your 6-figure salaries and whatnot. You're out of touch. You need to go to the people who make in between 30 and 50K a year. and ask them, is this a good idea? And if they say it's not, ask them why. Get some feedback. But quit making decisions upon your lofty purchase because you ain't read the room. Because, baby, you're going to have to crawl through double glass to get my business back. Double, because you done raised your prices.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not here for that.
canceled. And I had like
Cancel.
the Hulu, Disney, ESPN, no ads. I was like,
All the way to the top. Best
yeah,
package, I'll take it.
yeah, give me that
Same.
with
I had the
HBO.
bundle.
And
I had ads in my Hulu, but not Disney Plus. I had no ads in
I
my
ain't want
Disney
ads
Plus.
in nothing. Yes, give rich auntie shit.
I'm
Go on
there
and give it
saying-
to me.
And there would be our rich auntie Stacey.
right
She don't
there.
want no ads. Nothing.
Right there.
Come on, I need to see. And I was like, oh, no. And so I think my subscription ends on the 1st. And I'm really sad about it because Reasonable Doubt just came back last week and they release every week. So I'm like, sorry, I'll figure it out. But no.
I told
but
you what
Jimmy
to do.
came back and Jimmy was like, okay, let me let this little orange tyrant have it.
Baby, he has dropped the hammer every night. His numbers are the strongest they've been. And did y'all see, like, I think he's getting like 25 million streams on
Yeah.
YouTube because
It
they're
was
uploading it right afterwards?
within 24 hours of Tuesday night's monologue going on the tube,
Yeah.
over 7 million. 7 million streams.
But they better be careful. Not Jimmy, but like ABC better be careful because this could set up a new, better model that will continue to innovate and pioneer. And pretty soon, these comedians aren't going to need
The network.
networks. They aren't going to need them. They aren't going to need them.
Well, they already kind of don't, but
I mean, sometimes access is easier. It's free. You know,
Right.
even if you don't have cable, you can get over the air stations. So I get it. But I believe we're at the beginning and seeing possibly another pioneering type of model to get shows and other things to people.
so you know who to me that says should actually be scared? Sinclair.
For sure.
Next
For
stop.
sure. For sure. All these people. Disney should too, especially if Kimmel, Colbert, any of them have their own production companies, producing entities. They should be concerned because I can take my ball, go home and make more money and prove that I don't need you,
Absolutely.
which Don Lemon is doing.
That's what I was
and
about to
He's doing
say.
a great job.
so is
too.
Joy Reid. Yeah, he is monetized on all the platforms that he streams to. And he has his broadcast
Hey.
twice a day.
Uh-huh.
And so he's
And then he's in the field. I love Don in
know,
the
I-
field.
I love when he has his little microphone with like the Don Lemon show square
Huh?
thing over it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm like, come on, Don. I enjoy him.
yeah, I like Don Lemon. So I catch it
Very
a
smart.
few times a week. Oh, he's very smart.
So smart.
I catch it a few times a week, but
So do
I
I.
mean, there's him and Joy Reid and Roland Martin. And let's be clear, I'm gonna give Roland his props. He pioneered this.
He did.
When CNN was like, we don't need you no more, he said, oh, bet, I'm going to YouTube. And he has become quite successful, but he pioneered it and showed you don't need established mainstream media. Is it nice to have? Yeah, but you don't need it.
But
can
you
be
have
Yeah.
your
just
audience that
without it.
loves you. And so they'll
Uh-huh.
follow you.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean,
It's
even
you.
my dad at 86 understands that you can make a good life on YouTube,
Absolutely.
right? And so it's like, why are some of these execs not understanding?
I mean,
Caught up
and
with the
let's be
times.
clear, Mr. Beast did it in reverse. He's the number one YouTuber, has made a fortune on YouTube. Now networks decide to give him a TV show, but I'm sure in negotiations he was like, this is nice. I don't really need it. Let's be clear. I'm the number one YouTuber in the world. I make millions hand over fist.
And I have a line of chocolate bars that teenage kids can't get enough of.
Teenage kids and my husband.
Yeah.
See,
are
listen to me.
pretty
I have no idea. He has candy?
Yeah.
I didn't know until I saw it
Chocolate bars.
here. Yeah, I saw it here. I was like, oh, this.
Like Hershey's plain chocolate? That kind of
Yeah,
thing?
it's like different flavors and stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, people
But
better
yeah,
get with it.
baby, network TV need him more than he needs them. And I'm sure he was offered that show in hopes that the YouTube subscribers would follow him to network TV.
And they
Mhm.
may not because they like
No.
YouTube as platform.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Mr. Brendan Carr? I know.
Trash. He need to go somewhere and sit down, as the elders say, as the ancestors say. Sit your tail down.
Huh? Did y'all know he was 46?
I think I just saw that yesterday after I saw that Laura Loomer was 32, and that's a whole other
we
conversation.
gotta talk about that one.
I know, but yeah, I saw and I was just like,
I saw that this weekend, and I was like, who 46? Not this man.
As if we needed more evidence that just hatred and vitriol and all the things age you.
46. I said, you've got to be kidding me. I thought he was in his 70s.
Well, yeah, because I didn't think, but I thought
I
50s.
did.
I thought 50s.
No, I thought 70s. He looked very elderly and broken up.
When you sent that, I was like, all I could think is like Baltimore, Laura Loomer. We have so much evidence.
evil ages you.
And so then we will segue over to Laura Loomer, aka Jigsaw. Laura Loomer has some nerve coming after our good sis Jasmine.
And the internet has promptly gathered her together.
The fact that you called her a ghetto black bitch.
She's been dragged up and through Beyonce and Al Gore's internet since she dropped that, because she looks a mess.
She looks terrible. She looks dead.
I know is that trash hole deserves to be drug for the rest of time.
Yeah. I was like, people are now saying the quiet part out loud.
That's the
Why are you so mad at Jasmine Crockett? You and your boyfriend. Why are y'all hating her so much?
Well, it's kind of like what Joy Reid said. We don't know why they're so angry. Why are they so angry? Because they have everything. They've got all three branches of government. They're passing all kinds of crazy stuff. Why y'all mad?
Yeah.
Why y'all so mad? Y'all shouldn't be mad. Y'all should be out here in these streets dancing every chance you get. But instead, you mad. You mad with no reason to be mad.
What about Biden?
Huh?
Baby, he out here living whatever his best life is. And we probably need to touch on that and Kamala. But he out here just doing him. Whatever that looks
Minding
like
his
for him.
business. Minding
Drinking his water.
his business. And it's just, I think it just made me mad as a Black woman to see that, because that's how people feel about you, especially when you work in corporate. Those are the things you can only do so much. You're aggressive, you're assertive. But at the end of the day, all Black women are ghetto. Doesn't matter what your, lineage is. You're a Black woman, so you're ghetto.
No, they don't frame us as aggressive or assertive. They frame us as
angry.
We're
and ghetto.
Ghetto. We don't know how to conduct ourselves. No, it's y'all. You don't know what to do with me when I give you the truth straight, no chaser. I don't crack a smile. I don't raise my voice. I don't roll my neck.
You don't
All the
react the way I do.
Yeah.
As a white woman.
And so to try to get me, you come out with these racist tropes. Keep them. You're not going to faze me. I'm in my era that I know who I am, and you're my coworker, yet you're a stranger. And we're never going to break bread together. So, okay.
It is what it is.
Be mad. Be bigly mad.
That man that is supposed to be the leader of the country said she is a low IQ person. Speaking of Jasmine, this is the same bastard that got up here and could not pronounce acetaminophen. And she's low IQ, but he always goes after Black women.
Yeah.
He is threatened.
Because he is so threatened because, let's be real, 92% of y'all saw who he was pretty much from the jump.
But
he's dumb, but he ain't that dumb.
He just resorts to
racism.
Racist tropes. I mean, that's all he's got. And I want to go, is that all you've got in your arsenal? Because it gets old. If all you've got is 8 years of the same broken record, who's low IQ? Come up with something new, sir. Come up with something new.
You can't say acetaminophen.
Yo, we are talking about a man who bragged that he passed like a Alzheimer's test.
Aren't you proud of him?
I don't believe it.
Bragged he could remember 5 words.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. Did they do a scan of his brain? Because I can tell you it was probably dark.
I just did one of those, though. I just did one. I participated in a long-term study of Black women and health outcomes. And they just started like a 5-year, I think, cognitive test. So they'll test me once a year for 5 years. And so I just did it 2 days ago.
And you had a
Now-
CT scan?
No, so no medical scan as of
Mhm.
yet. I don't know. They may introduce it as they go, but
Probably so.
it's a cognitive test where repeating words, repeating numbers until they got to about 6 or 7 numbers, and you had to say them forward. And then we got to a part where I had to say them backward. I had to name as many animals as I could in a minute. I had to
Interesting,
name.
isn't it?
It was because I was like,
Do I
duh,
know? Like,
elephant. I
Be the
thought about.
asshole that would be like, flamingo.
I didn't say sloth, I did say flamingo, but I thought about the meetup and I thought about me walking around the zoo. So I was just trying to hit all the things that I saw, but it was challenging. And I forget, I had to name like something, fruit and vegetables.
and it could be hard too, though, right?
In a minute, name
Well,
as
'cause
many
you
fruit and vegetables as you
Panic a
can.
little.
You do.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, do I not know? Do I have early onset?
And you're on the spot
dementia?
for a cognition test.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I know they're testing my cognition. Oh my God, what if I don't pass? But they don't tell you if you pass or fail. They're just testing over time. So I'm assuming the questions will probably be about the same every year. I'd say the numbers were the hardest part. And you
Yeah.
can't write them
Camera.
down or anything because you have to remember them in sequence.
I've been in one of those with my mom, and I'm sitting over here answering questions too. And I'm like, I forgot that shit.
I sat through one with my mom and they started out, which I thought was interesting. And I maybe expected this. They started out with a clock.
Draw a
analog
clock to see if you know where the times are. Yeah.
My dad was
Uh-huh.
recently complaining about how he gets a lot of that. Like he can tell they're checking his, and he's like,
His cognition.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they started that. So I was like, that's interesting.
So your president didn't pass that.
no.
So, like,
Wait, and you know how we know he didn't pass the cognitive test? Because he said he did.
absolutely.
Well, I'm sure he's being propped up for a lot of things.
You're such a good boy. You did such a good job.
Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah. Man, woman, camera, TV. I don't remember
Yeah.
what they all are. I mean,
Laura
it's been
Loomer.
many
I
years.
mean, she, that's his girlfriend. You're not
I
going to.
know he thinks she's a great patriot.
Yeah,
So
she's
smart.
a great patriot. And I will say it. That's his bottom bitch. Okay. Allegedly.
Ew.
So, I mean, she was mad at Jasmine. So he had to say something about Jasmine. Shannon, are you shocked at what I said? I said it in a video this week. It's fine. It's okay.
I just, I'm probably not ceased to be amazed by the lengths at which this administration will go. And speaking of the lengths they will go, the private DM that was made public that I think it wasn't ever supposed to be a DM. I think it was always supposed to be posted on Truth Social, weaponizing yet again the Justice Department to go after Comey, Letitia James, and who was the third person? Somebody else. I don't remember. And the fact that an indictment has been returned on Comey when there are internal memos that indicate there wasn't enough evidence. I cannot believe that y'all's president.
Don't put him on me.
Don't
He
put it on
belongs
me
to-
either.
He belongs to y'all. So that message wasn't going to be a DM.
He's closer to it. And not saying look like, but y'all have, same skin tone.
I seem to remember I was a little bit closer to a certain in someone.
Whatever.
Should
But
we
okay.
out that arm challenge when we were together?
Whatever.
Woo! But
Nobody wants to claim him. He's a bastard, baby.
I still say he belonged to y'all. He belonged over there on the lighter end of the spectrum. I'm too dark for him to belong to me.
And we know I'm too dark.
Well,
Proceed.
she's too dark, so am I.
Proceed.
Orange enough.
So we know, I believe that message was never meant to be a DM. And then he got an indictment, a grand jury indicted Comey. But I heard from a lawyer who's done some investigating and some other stuff. Y'all,
Paper thin.
well, it's paper thin, and it's the indictment, friends, involves testimony he gave to Congress about Hillary Clinton. It's not even about Trump. None of that. It's not about the Russia investigation or any of that. It is, y'all, look it up. It is testimony about Hillary Clinton. That's how, and because, think about it, because that testimony was so old, the statute of limitations was running out on Tuesday, September 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I remember hearing they were running out of time, so they had to do it.
And I know Hillary, she in not Schenectady, wherever she is in New York, she like, how I get involved in this?
In her Nene Leakes voice.
Right?
What I got to do with this?
Girl.
Yeah.
Well, and then you also know that she's coming back with, told you.
Baby,
Absolutely.
she is shady when she wants to be. She pops up every now and again on social media and it will say, but her emails, right? But her emails. What are we living in?
Comey's role, though, in getting Donald Trump.
Yes. I mean, it's so, there's a part of you that's like, hey, I don't want this to happen to him, right? But then there's a part of me, sir.
We don't forget.
Goes around, comes right on back around.
Well, yeah, because I'm like, he doesn't get a cookie just because he finally stood up.
No.
Right?
Yeah, you were complicit all this time.
Yeah. It's kind of like everybody with what's her name?
Candace Owens.
No, she's trash and always has been. Sorry. Her logo for her podcast looks like, she just spent 2 seconds on Word doc with like, let's see what calligraphy
I haven't seen it.
Like oh my God, it's so bad. Anyway, no, what's her name? Dad was also
Meghan
a
McCain?
politician. What?
Meghan
No,
McCain?
Meghan McCain is also trash whore.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I really dislike Meghan McCain.
Okay, well, I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm sorry, and the fact that she's popping up again. Meghan McCain, now my daddy ain't dead yet, but my daddy was also a war hero, is a war hero, was shot down, was not a POW, but was shot down twice. If that man said that shit about my dadu, you can bet, dead or alive, I would never, ever swing back around. I would spend the rest of my life using my voice to speak out against that buffoon. Have some fucking integrity, because your dad sure as hell did. I may not have agreed with him on how he wanted to run the country, but he at least was a respectful human, and he fought for our country. So fuck right off Meghan McCain.
I just made a mistake.
She's a Trumper now.
She flipped back.
Because first time she wasn't. So, I mean, I think she's a miserable little human anyway, so whatever.
Probably. But, this sets a very dangerous precedent. We're in a mess because, baby, they done indicted him behind Hillary Clinton. And most people don't realize that or know it because they don't do their research. All they are doing is parroting what he says, which is finally justice in America behind Hillary Clinton testimony that is a gazillion years old. Are you kidding me, sir? Are you kidding me?
We're not surprised.
This is what we out here doing.
Yeah. So has anybody got Kamala's book? Are we going to do a book club?
We should.
I need to buy it, but I buy on Kindle, so
I bought it.
Sorry about that.
Mine's digital.
I buy on Kindle, and so
I don't even know where
I'm looking forward to it, but I am concerned, and I may have to hold off until all y'all get y'all thoughts out because people are making me mad because they're like, within like the first chapter, I'm angry about how this all went down and how they treated her. And
Absolutely.
I'm like, I can't rage read. I've got a woosah. So that may be too much of a little piece of dynamite for me.
Well, then don't go listen to Hector Talks because he's been reading excerpts.
I don't even know who that is. So yeah, hopefully I won't even run across him.
This is on the agenda for the weekend. And I heard a lot of people say they read it in a day. So like very, very good.
This week.
Very telling. Yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Well, what I found interesting, because she did, I think the first stop in her tour was New York, and she got heckled by some folks who are pro-Palestinian, pro-Palestine. And I think she handled it well. Like, what am I going to do?
I'm not
Go
the
talk
president.
to your president. I'm not the president. Go talk to your president. Go heckle him. I'm like, why is she still getting flack? She lost the election. Y'all didn't want her because you said she wasn't going to do Gaza right. Now, look what you got. You got what you voted for. Have the day you deserve. Have the day you deserve. And let's be clear. I am pro-Palestine. I don't want to see them people suffer. But all these activists outside of Palestine who were never Kamala, even if you were pro-Jill Stein, that was a never Kamala vote. that was a pro-Trump vote. You're like, oh, but my vote didn't make a difference. But all the rhetoric around all of that made a tremendous amount of difference. And so now we're in the situation you get what you get. Get what you get around Palestine.
It is what it is. I mean, she can't win for losing, though, right? So she is a Black woman. People said that she has committed political suicide by writing this book. She's telling everything and she won't be able to run again. Well, who in the hell said she wants to?
Yeah, she may not want to run again.
If she was treated this poorly, then guess what? Fuck y'all. And I'm going to tell my story. Because the narrative has already been put out about her that she ran a poor campaign. She misappropriated money. You know, people were saying that early on. And so, yeah, I'm going to put my story out. I'm going to let you know what happened. Kudos to her. And if it was this dirty, I would not want to run again myself.
Politics is very, very dirty. It's a dirty game. And people are either serving, I hate to say their own interests, self-preservation, or the interests that they're aligned with. And to an extent, I think if you are rising that high in politics, you're going to end up a tad on the dirty side.
Absolutely.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Doesn't matter how good you are or whatever.
Well, look at the number of politicians that take money from AIPAC.
That is problematic. And I am just kind of in let me figure out what AIPAC really is. Let me really understand I've gone down that rabbit hole. Heard of them, had an idea, but like I've really gone down the rabbit hole. I'm
not pleased, huh?
No.
And just FYI, your former lieutenant governor who switched parties and what's his name? I can't think of his name.
I don't know his name either, but I don't care that he switched parties.
No, I actually heard he was on I've Had It.
I mean, he's got a shred of integrity. Listen, you were complicit in a bunch of stuff that has gone down in this state already, and I'm sorry. You're going to have to crawl through glass too to get my vote.
Yeah. But what I thought was interesting, because he was saying a number of things that I was like, all right. And then he was asked point blank if he would accept donations from AIPAC. He could not give an answer.
Of course he couldn't.
Which to me is a yes.
Cream, baby, cream.
Yeah.
And
so
knowing a few friends who have run for office at the local level, whether that's commission, council, in Georgia, certain judgeships are elected. They are not appointed. There's a certain level you get to in Georgia and you're elected. Those campaigns cost money. So I don't like it. I understand it. I don't like it though. And I've had like friends where they've been like, hey, can you help us retire this campaign debt from when I won? Still ended up with campaign debt, even though I won. And so I believe it. Campaigns are expensive, even at the local level, because you need people, you need T-shirts, you need yard signs, you need a bunch of different things. And so I believe it. I don't like it. And I have a whole bunch of thoughts on Israel I'll never be able to share. Not publicly, anyway.
We can talk about it in our group chat.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. But no, I mean, it's a real big problem and it's not going anywhere until there are more candidates like Zoran Mandami in New York, who has said, I will not take it.
Proud of him, but he was never Kamala. So I got some issues.
He absolutely was. He was a never Kamala.
And baby, he ain't a perfect candidate.
No, but what I'm saying is we just need more not taking money from these big, because look where that gets us.
When you are never Kamala, you got a stain.
Wow. None of us are voting for him anyway. He's running for.
I know, but it's still, I'm like, ugh, that just stands out. And he may be a good candidate, but I won't forget that.
I won't either.
Yeah.
I won't either.
I wonder if it's even dawned on him
how all of that comes back around.
Yeah, because so many people are like, oh, they won't endorse him, right?
And she actually was like, okay, because I saw her asked by Rachel Maddow the other day, and she was like, yeah. But then she skipped on, and I really like how she played it off.
Class.
She does. And then she said, let's talk about these other people that are running for offices that are not as popular as him. And I thought that was a great segue. Like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything negative. I'm going to support the Democratic nominee. And that's how she left it. I was like, okay, class act.
Which is more than he gave her.
Because baby, I would have been like,
So I'm wondering if he's like,
no, he don't care. He don't care. But baby would go, my mama used to say, you never know who you're going to need to hand you a glass of water. So don't go out here burning these bridges, because you don't know. You're going to need that glass of water from somebody.
She was a class act.
Well, and I
Kudos to
think
her.
she also is kind of like, not, I like her a lot more than I like Nancy Pelosi, but they're like that old school Dem. You stick together, you support the candidate that the people want, and you do it
But
with your whole
Nancy did
chest.
some bullshit too, though.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. I don't like her.
yeah.
I have had a long issue with
Huh.
her. I have never cheered her on. But I mean, when she was in charge of the Dems,
I mean,
they
they
were
moved
in
in
lockstep.
Lockstep.
They did. And they haven't since. I don't agree. I mean, it's kind of like John McCain, I don't have to agree with everything to acknowledge when you do something right. And that was something she did right.
I
I
was rooting
agree.
for Hakeem Jeffries, but
Girl,
baby,
don't, we're not doing that today. We are having a good show. We are not going to talk about light skin. I'm not doing that.
he's a cup of disappointment, just like candy corn and pumpkin spice.
Don't
Oh,
say candy
fuck
corn.
off.
You talking about no damn candy corn. Let me get some.
Have some downstairs.
I don't have any yet, and I need to send some to Shannon. I'll make sure
He
I
is
do
a
that.
cup of disappointment, just like candy corn and pumpkin spice
Whatever.
lattes.
You're
I'm
a
sorry.
hater.
Well, I agree with the pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, I
but
agree with that pumpkin
candy
spice
corn,
latte.
you can fuck all the way off because candy corn is delicious.
It's trash.
I'm just gonna wear my
Trash.
candy corn
It is
necklace.
waxy sugar. It is waxy sugar.
You
It's
are such a
horrible.
hater. So I got a
But
question.
okay,
Who watched the Charlie Kirk memorial? Did anybody watch it?
please.
I watched bits and pieces of it purely because I had to, because people were, posting it.
Yeah,
Shannon,
go
are
ahead.
you aware there was pyrotechnics?
I heard probably all I could stand was probably about a 15-second snippet of Stephen Miller, and it was on a post that compared his speech to
Nazis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the little mustache man's right-hand man.
Yeah.
And then I saw the one soundbite of Trump hugging Erica. And
That's
then
what
I
I wanted to
saw,
talk about. That's what I wanted to talk about.
So fucking
and then I
funny.
saw the other soundbite of him talking about, well, she nice and she can forgive her enemies. I don't like my opponents. I saw that. That was it. And I've only seen those in the context of like TV coverage or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Other than that, I haven't seen any other pieces of that. I don't want to. I'm not letting that in my spirit because that was not of God.
So that part, after I first heard it, I was like, that's worse than what he said on J6. Like, I was legitimately scared that we were going to start seeing just mass violence all over, because he was like, I want my opponents like hurt. And
So maybe that's what led to those bad actors coming
yeah,
to my school.
wow, those fuckers saw a chance to be the new Charlie Kirk.
The great value version of them.
Not even. They're
Not great value. What are they?
No, they're Dollar General discount cousin.
What is the Dollar General brand? It's their house brand.
I would assume it's Dollar General.
Okay. Well,
I think it's Dollar General. I don't know.
is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Well, that's
haven't-
what we had in Nashville this week. Nashville has had a fun time. We had a group of bad actors that came up to Tennessee State University, my HBCU. I am an alum here, proud HBCU grad for both grad and undergrad. And they decided to come on campus and say, we want to debate students Tuesday afternoon and
Without a
set up
permit.
without a permit. They wanted attention. I think they got it, but not the way they wanted it. I think they wanted a fight to ensue. So you can film and say that the Black people are barbaric. We didn't give it to you. So kudos to those students. I'm so proud.
And they
I'm so proud.
tried to make it look on social media as if it was. And it probably tricked a lot of people, right? Because like, if you didn't watch their whole video, you didn't know that it never escalated beyond people taking their signs,
Yeah.
calling them names, yelling at that,
Yeah. But it has been a mess. And I am fearful that this is going to be a new thing. Coming up to a university and saying, I want to debate. You need two mutually agreeing parties to debate. Before you even get to that point, you need to go through administration, make sure this is okay. I made a video about this, and the comments that I'm seeing are just completely wild. Well, Trump gave HBCUs $500 million. They should be defunded. It's a public school. People can come up there when they want to. the Black people were being racist to the white people.
Of that one.
And then the bad actors got on the local news and said they did not know it was an HBCU, despite them leaving up a post saying this is going to be the first stop at an HBCU. People are making excuses for this kind of behavior.
That's because
But
they want
why
to.
don't they leave Black people the fuck alone?
They're racist.
Because baby Charlie Kirk and his pew-pewer, it had nothing to do with us.
They didn't look like us.
Nothing to do with us.
So the
Leave
fact that
us
people
alone.
feel entitled to come on into Black spaces and antagonize us to get a reaction is scary. Homecoming season is upon us. And Shannon, you went to FAM. Homecoming is a good time. But
is.
I'm leery now of what could be out there, what's going to happen, just because people want the clicks and the rhetoric that's being spewed by our current administration. Because let me tell you something. I was at TSU in 97 to 2001. They would have beat the brakes off them folks. This new group of students, they are great. They did an amazing job.
They handled it with class, with grace.
But they are monkeys. The things that I have seen in my comments have been wild.
Can we just stop being fucking racist? Can we just leave HBCUs alone? They have literally done nothing.
No.
And y'all look like fucking tools in your golf shirts and your shorts and then your big red hats that are sometimes MAGA, sometimes 47, walking around like giant douche canoes. I am so fucking tired of this, right? Like, you're not going to be Charlie Kirk. And even if you are close, you're always going to be the discount cousin. So, because Erica, sorry to break it to you, Erica beat you to it, and she's already working her way through getting control of all the turning points. So, if you think you're going to be the next Charlie Kirk and in charge of Turning Point, you're wrong. Also, your stupid little name, dumb. Okay? Stay off HBU's campuses. Stay off them.
Just leave us alone.
They don't want to talk to you.
And you can't force somebody to debate you. What are we debating?
Yes.
Racism?
Also, read a fucking book.
But how are you a debater and you didn't know you were going to an HBCU? You didn't do your research, did you?
No, you lied like a rug.
That's what I'm saying. You lied, but you made yourself sound real dumb. So who
We
are you
didn't
debating?
know until we got there. Bull fucking shit.
And apparently you don't know how any college campus works, whether it's a PWI or an HBCU. Pretty much any student organization or anybody who wants to come on campus and host an event has to get permission from some form of the Office of Student Activities everywhere.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
You can't even pass out a flyer without.
It needs to have the Office of Student Activities stamp on it,
Absolutely.
so it's an approved flyer.
Like,
One
what
of-
makes you think you could set a table up with chairs and a couple cute little posters?
They took them damn posters.
I love that.
Yeah. And that's what they're stealing from us. Because Black people are thieves.
Oh,
But I was so enraged. I have probably been enraged all week since that. It just makes no sense. And the excuses that people make for this, we are in a bad time.
well, they're professionals at that now because they've had all this practice with Trump, like making all the excuses going round and round and round and round and round. And we talked about this before we hit record, but there are individuals out there too that, are out on social media trying to make some of this shit sound good and then looking like a fool when it comes back around.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that none of them seem to be smart enough to realize that they look like a fool because they've been wrong how many times? How many times did they have to come back around and be like,
They will never accept accountability.
Not at all.
And so we just have to be vigilant on campuses. I hate that for the kids that are at HBCUs because, they're now nervous. I mean, right after that man got shot, we had threats.
Yep.
And for what? And now you guys are
Classes canceled.
parading on our campus. That's trespassing. And then, well, you can go up here if you want to. No, you cannot. But your privilege, you think that allows you to do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
But when somebody asks you, do you want to be just like CK, it'll be a problem. You don't want to end up like him.
well, and also stop fucking saying that Black people are being racist towards white. you can be anti-white. You cannot be racist. We've lived an entire, there's nothing has been oppressed. Even as a white woman, I'm not even going to say, like, as a woman, I can, no, look up where racism came from. And then you want.
Well, some of the people are not as learned as others.
And don't want to.
Yeah. They'll
Some people don't want to.
never, some people will never be able to fill their 5-gallon bucket. They'll always be 1 or 2-gallon bucket people. Never 5-gallon, never at capacity. They'll never be able to operate, think, move, do life at capacity. They'll always be 1 or 2-gallon people.
It just blows my mind because they're the ones that want to be like, oh, we're alpha males and we're the superior, everything, like the superior political party. We're smarter. We're this, we're that. And like,
it's self-talk. It's self-talk to try to hype themselves up. It's self-talk.
Yeah, but I mean, the best leaders are the ones that can admit they made a mistake.
They will never do that.
And that is correct.
And they will never do it. One of the little guys was in my comments and said, well, it's a public school, so that's why we visited.
Wait, one of the guys from the group?
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Thanks.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it's just bad. And don't ever downplay HBCUs. Some of the brightest people come from HBCUs.
Some of the most prominent people currently in America and in American history are products of HBCUs.
And if you learned anything, there's a level of class and decorum with these students because it could have been bad. So kudos to TSU.
And seriously,
absolutely.
Get a new fucking look.
Are you mad at the attire?
Yeah, I'm just so tired of this like striped golf shirt with like the trucker hat and then the khakis with the belt looking like they're going to go play a round of golf, but they just look like giant douchers. And I wish their sunroof had been open when that cup went flying.
I do too. So, and if that's as violent as it got,
yeah,
you're doing well.
That's so violent. Oh no! Oh my god! I got hit with a frozen lemonade at a Penn State game my freshman year in the back of the head, and I went to. I don't know if you're.
Did you go to the infirmary?
Penn State is primarily white.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, what a week, guys.
This was the week that was.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen next week? We got to get ourselves
No
ready.
Epstein files.
Baby, everybody's like, can we get on back to the business? What Epstein files?
Yeah, maybe that's how we end. Where the Epstein files? I think every week we just be like, whether we're talking about politics or not, be like, hey, by the way, where are the Epstein files?
Yeah, we haven't seen those
We really
yet.
would like to see them. We'd like to know what's in them.
Look at all the crap we've gone through.
I'm over.
Absolutely. Everybody, until next week. We're going to be all right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Stop being racist fucks, white people.
Bye, everybody.
You made it to the end of this episode of the A Collective.
Hit like, follow, comment, and share it with the group chat.
Otherwise, Stacey might come for you.
Yikes.
I know, so do it.
Thursdays are for chaos and new episodes of the A Collective.
Not the A-list.
No.
I'm going to get the name right this season.
I mean,
the devil is a liar. Yeah. The devil is a liar. Yeah.
I'm not concerned. Okay, we've been marked. And you do it.
We're back.
Wow. You're either a super fan or crazy. Thanks for being part of the collective. See you next Thursday.